50 Cent has found himself in the middle of yet another financial controversy, with rumors swirling that he's looking to sell his masters to rack up some cash. While the industry was still processing this, Rick Ross stepped into conversation, claiming he was ready to buy them, though that claim backfired when people started questioning whether Ross could even afford such a massive purchase. But the real shocker came when Big Meech, the legendary figure behind the real Black Mafia Family, allegedly clowned 50 for going broke. And now, the big question remains, how is 50 Cent going to react to Meech publicly mocking him? The drama started when whispers began circulating that 50 Cent, a man known for his business acumen and sharp financial moves, was quietly looking for buyers for his masters. The idea alone was enough to spark debate. Some saw it as a strategic move. Perhaps he was trying to make a major investment elsewhere. Others, however, speculated that this was a sign that 50 was struggling financially. Given how aggressive he has been in flexing his wealth over the years, the idea of him needing to sell off one of his most valuable assets raised eyebrows. Then came Rick Ross, always eager to poke at his longtime rival. When he caught wind of rumors, he wasted no time making a bold statement, claiming he was ready to buy 50's masters. It was an obvious jab, one meant to humiliate 50 and make it seem like Ross had the upper hand in their never-ending feud. But instead of this claim making Ross look like a boss, it completely backfired. Almost immediately, fans started questioning whether Ross even had the financial capability to make such a move. How is Ross going to buy 50's masters when he allegedly had to sell his own? Some people asked. Others pointed out that even if Ross wanted to buy them, 50 Cent would never let that happen. But while the Ross situation became a joke in itself, things got even more interesting when Big Meech allegedly chimed in. For those who don't know, Big Meech is a mastermind behind the real BMF organization, the same story that 50 Cent has been telling through his hit TV series BMF. Meech has always been a respected figure in the streets, and his words carry weight. So when rumors started flying that Meech had clowned 50 for going broke, it sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world. Now, there's a major reason why this hit harder than just Rick Ross talking. 50 Cent has built his BMF series as a tribute to the legacy of Meech and the Black Mafia Family. He's constantly promoted the show as something that keeps Meech's name alive while he's serving time. In a way, 50 has positioned himself as one of the key storytellers of Meech's life. So for Meech to turn around and mock him for allegedly being broke, that's a serious betrayal in the eyes of many. If true, it would suggest that there might be tension behind the scenes between 50 Cent and the real BMF camp. The internet, of course, ran wild with speculation. Some believe that Meech's alleged comments were simply jokes, nothing too serious. Others felt that there might be something deeper going on. Perhaps Meech doesn't fully respect how 50 Cent has handled the BMF series. Whatever the case, one thing is for sure, 50 Cent doesn't take disrespect lightly. So the big question now is, how will 50 respond? Historically, 50 Cent has never let anyone get away with mocking him, especially when it comes to money. This is a man who publicly embarrassed his enemies over financial struggles multiple times. When Ja Rule fell off, 50 took every opportunity to remind the world. When Floyd Mayweather had issues, 50 clowned him about his literacy. Even his situation with Young Buck turned into a spectacle, with 50 constantly reminding everyone that Buck owed him money. So if Big Meech really did take shots at him, there's no way 50 is just gonna let that slide. However, this is different from the usual rap beefs. Meech isn't just another rapper. He's a respected street figure with deep connections. 50 has always aligned himself with Meech's legacy, and any retaliation would have to be handled carefully. If 50 were to fire back recklessly, it could damage his relationship with the BMF brand, and by extension, the success of his TV series. On the flip side, if he stays silent, some might take it as a sign of weakness, a rare moment where 50 Cent chooses not to engage in war. But in a shocking twist, instead of escalating things, 50 Cent did something completely unexpected. Rather than lashing out or making a public spectacle, he reached out to Lil Meech and requested a meeting. The hip-hop world was stunned. This wasn't the usual petty 50 Cent move. This was a mature and strategic decision. What's even more surprising is that 50 didn't just want to talk. He wanted to put an end to the beef. Not with Rick Ross, of course. That rivalry is still alive and well, but with Big Meech and the BMF family, according to inside sources. 50 made it clear that no matter what's been said, Meech has always been his brother, and this back and forth isn't leading anywhere productive. For many, this was a moment of growth for 50 Cent. While he's known for his relentless approach to beef, he also understands business and legacy. The BMF series has been a massive success, and maintaining a good relationship with the real BMF family is crucial for the long-term future of the project. More importantly, it shows that 50 values the respect of the people he's telling a story about more than petty internet drama. That being said, don't expect this newfound maturity to extend to Rick Ross. 50's willingness to squash things with Meech doesn't mean he's suddenly in the mood for peace with his longtime nemesis. If anything, this situation has only given him more fuel to go at Ross, knowing that Ross's attempt to insert himself into the conversation ultimately failed. The hip-hop world is still waiting to see how this meeting with Meech plays out. Will they truly settle their differences? Will Meech publicly acknowledge